So all of you try to solve this problem. You all need to slog. You are not studying anything from what I have understood. If this is the case, then I won't be able to help you. Your unit test performance is very poor, I mean poorest of all batches. While okay, it is the first time it may happen, but you should start solving problems, otherwise it will not help. So determine the acceleration of the chain, try to solve this problem. So for systems with mass flow, you have only one particular equation, the master equation, which you have to apply to a given volume having some boundaries. Now here, for the problem here, which particular volume or boundary you will choose. Also what is given is P is a constant force. This is mentioned. Mu kinetic friction is given. Mass per unit length of the chain is given. So it is like the chain is in a pile and then you pull one end of the chain by a force P, and of course you are pulling it perfectly horizontally, so there is rubbing, so there will be friction between the chain and the flow. Also, there are few things which you should understand when you are writing something in your answer script. Suppose you write MVA. You write MVA, MVB equal to 0. If you write it like this, it is a scalar. And if you write it with a bar sign, it is a vector. Now you must understand that VA and VB being two blocks, okay, A was one block, B is one block. Only velocity of block B is restricted towards x-axis. You understand? When you are saying vector as 0, it implies that both I and j parts should be 0. And at the same time, what most of you have missed over here is that you have calculated velocity by some means and then you have done velocity into time. Why have you done that? The velocities are not constants. They are changing with time. Some of you or most of you have used energy methods. But why? I didn't ask the velocity of the block. Did I ask for the velocity of the block's final velocity? No. Right? So, you look at the solutions which has been uploaded in your MIS. You will find that it is just integral form of conservation of linear momentum. That too you have to recognize that we are conserving momentum in the x direction because there is no friction. In y direction, of course, there are forces which is acting. On the system there are two forces acting. So the vector sum of these forces in the vertical direction is the total mass of the system into the acceleration of the center of mass in the vertical direction. But if there is no force applied along x direction, because you see this block is smooth and there is no friction anywhere, so there is no force in the x direction. If there is no force in the x direction, the acceleration of the center of mass along the x direction is 0. What was the velocity? So that means the velocity of the center of mass in the x direction, will it change or it will not change? It will not change. What was the velocity of the center of mass when the system was released from rest in the x direction? So velocity of the center of mass remains 0. And that tells you that the x position of the center of mass is unaltered. Whatever was the center of mass in the initial state, the same is the position of the center of mass in the final stage. There was also a statement written that neglect the size of mass m, which means that this length you can shrink. It can be regarded as a point mass. Neglect it. So essentially what you have to do, you have to equate the x position of the center of mass, initial and final, and get your answer. Right? So you go through the solutions, how it is done in detail. This is the overall concept of solving this. And the first problem was essentially, if you remember how we had solved acceleration in spherical coordinates, it is just application of that. Only one or two of you have done it around 60 to 70% correct. In the end, you have made some calculation errors, but couple of you have done it. I mean, have understood how to do it. The serious part is, there was a coordinate frame given in the question, x, y and z. From the question, if you read the question carefully, it is evident that that x, y, z is non-rotating frame of reference. Okay. So those of you who have tried to use rotating frame of reference, that using the x, y, z, this is actually non-rotating, because if you look at the diagram, from the x there was a theta which was measured and then there was a phi measured. The x was not rotating with the platform, neither were the axis rotating with phi dot. It was fixed where it was. And if at all, if you want to solve it using a rotating frame, then you must specify the angular velocity of the frame. What is the angular velocity of the frame? So these problems, when you are using the rotating frame for such problems, you have to specify the frame angular velocity. There can be several school of thoughts in choosing the frame angular velocity. One can be you rotate with theta dot. Other, you can take the total angular velocity theta dot and phi dot. So all these things you have, and then the axis will also be different, not that xyz, but those xyz which are aligned with the particle p. And you will do all the calculations in the rotating frame. Later on you have to transfer that to the non-rotating frame, or here it was given only magnitude. So magnitude, if it is given in any frame, if you take the norm of the vector, the magnitude is the same. You need not transfer it to the non-rotating frame. And especially these type of problems using rotating frame is complicated because there are two rotations, not one. One is theta dot and another is phi dot. It was a straightforward representation of spherical coordinate system. Only thing, you had to practice the derivations. Those of you who have practiced how to get er dot, e phi dot, they have managed few steps. And others, you are like clueless about how to approach the problem. And this problem I have not seen anyone getting correct. So this is little bit, I don't know, this is little bit tricky, but I am sure you have done problems of this sort in your plus 2 in a different way. Like people sitting on boats. Here you have a girl, here you have a boy, initially separated by some distance. Then they come together and they meet. And then you have to find how much distance by which the boat has moved. Okay, so this and this, do you remember doing such sort of problems earlier? At least not in GATE, but in competitive exams such problems do come. But here, see, what I am trying to emphasize, you have to spend time on your own in solving problems. There is no other escape route for this subject. Right? So the coming week we will solve more problems so that your condition is slightly better when you appear for mid-semester. I think that is next coming Saturday, right? So if you want, you can see your answer scripts on Monday. Or if you want, I can share the marks with you, whatever it is easier for you. I can share the marks also and you can see the copies also online. Not a problem. Okay, so all of you solve this problem, please.
So this problem, can we have other approach? Right.
Yes, there is other approach, but that is real pain. Why? Because you have to write the individual equations of m and capital N, and then you have to get the accelerations and then integrate the acceleration twice to get the distance. Some of you, I don't know why, you have just written g sine theta, acceleration of small mass. I mean, what were you thinking? Or some of you have not written g sine theta, some of you have just written a. You have to understand that acceleration of m is not due to just this motion, but also due to the motion of capital M. Energy approach would have been easier if I would have asked you the final velocities of the two blocks. In that case, you should have used energy approach plus conservation of momentum together. But for this case, there was a short trick which you have to find out. After all, little bit tricky problems are okay, otherwise no point coming to it. So in the two problems, one was sheer hard work and practice, second was little bit of intelligence, so that I could separate few the best from the rest. But unfortunately all went below the boundary line. But I am sure that with little bit of practice, all of you will be able to do better. So my appeal is, don't lose heart, you keep trying. And I am sure every time it happens with batches that the first performance is an eye-opener, and gradually as the semester progresses you will get the hang of things. And those of you who are really finding it difficult to understand, take the help of friends. If the friends are not helpful enough, you can come to me, no problem, but make sure that you have understood the concept. So anyone who has solved this problem? Hurry up. Yes, anyone with the answer? तुम लोग को क्या हो गया था एग्जाम में? And you have used polar coordinates for a 3D problem. I mean, okay, but I think I expected better. तुम लोग को टाइम नहीं मिलता है क्या प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करने का? If you just keep on attending classes without assimilating movement, and then the tragic part is ये priority list में नहीं. I mean you have other priorities and this ठीक है ये चल जाएगा ऐसे पास कर देंगे. So either of the two or both. तो the problem is यहाँ पे आप लोगों को Merriam-Craig उठाना पड़ेगा, solve करना पड़ेगा. Hibbeler, Merriam-Craig, Beer and Johnston. I need not tell you that the advantage is अगर आप इससे solve कर रहे हैं. So one thing is that you will understand the pattern. Question paper आपको समझ में आएगा, question समझ में आएंगे, and solution to such problems are available in the net. नहीं, don't use ChatGPT. It is disastrous. If you feed my problem to ChatGPT, it will be disastrous. So what you do, Merriam-Craig ने जो खुद solutions बनाए या Hibbeler ने जो खुद solutions हैं, the authors themselves after they launch launch a book of some edition, आप edition number देखिए, look at that particular solution having those edition number. You can, there are lot of ways you can practice. तो एक बार अपने से कीजिए. If still you want to verify the method, then look at the solution. Anyways, I think answers to some odd numbered problems or some of the problems anyways is given at the back. But ये सब बात का एक बात है, the initiation. If you don't sit with the problem, so let me tell you just one thing. Not to pinch you, but ये जो problem था second वाला, I mean, if you give it to some people who have cracked IIT JEE Advanced or something, it is nothing. They will be able to do it. But it is not that they are very intelligent or something. I mean, they know that ये एक time का problem, and they know कि हाँ ये करने से ये they are not really thinking, they are applying it. But now you are MTech students. आप लोगों का thought process, whether you like it or not, must develop, and that is what is expected. Postgraduate is expected to make you more mature. ठीक है, I mean enough of pep talk. So you start solving problems from now. कोई भी चैप्टर है, सेंट्रल फोर्स मोशन है, सेंट्रल फोर्स मोशन का कुछ प्रॉब्लम्स उठा लीजिए. एंड टू सेव टाइम, बहुत बार ऐसा लगता है कि कितना प्रॉब्लम करेंगे, क्या प्रॉब्लम करेंगे. सो यू सेलेक्ट, you have let's say 30 problems. Select first from the beginning ones, introductory अगर हो गया, then move to few more problems. Means you distribute. कभी कभी आप लोग को खुद लग जाएगा कि ये जो प्रॉब्लम है इसका जो अप्रोच है वो पहले जैसा ही है, just by reading the problem. So why will you unnecessarily waste your time? उतना तो समय नहीं है आपके पास बाकी भी सब्जेक्ट्स. So you carefully select few problems and you try to solve them. And then जैसे जैसे time मिलेगा और problems आते हैं, the more you do the better they are. Okay, so here what will be the boundary which we choose? Why did I choose this? I need the acceleration of the change in terms of x and x dot. So you have to be careful. Acceleration of the change in terms of x and x dot. अगर ये heap को लेंगे boundary, तो problem solve होगा? नहीं होगा. क्यों नहीं होगा? इसमें x तो है नहीं, p भी नहीं है, ठीक है. But ये वाला जो मास, ये जो बाउंड्री है जिसमें मास इनपुट हो रहा है, here you are having p, here you are having x, and more importantly this is the part which is moving. ये तो रखा हुआ है. So here you will apply the master equation. You will assume axis p. So first write the master equation. Most of you have written it correctly, but when you write vectors, please be sure that you have put the bar. Okay, now here summation f, what are the forces which are acting on this boundary? So you are having p I cap, and this is rubbing the surface, right? So you are having mu k rho x g. This is the normal force, and mass of this particular chain rho x and x double dot. Here also you can write, you have to write I cap. Mass doesn't exit the system, but it enters the system. So you are having m dot I. So again this length is increasing by x dot. So the mass of this system is increasing by rho x dot, means in the rate rho x dot, and therefore it is being fed in at this rate rho x dot. So m dot I will be rho x dot. What is the absolute velocity of the chain or the input link before it enters this? It is part of the heap, so 0. And what is the velocity of this chain? It is x dot I cap. So if you do away with the I cap, equate the coefficients of I. Rho x double dot plus rho x dot. So from here you can actually get the acceleration x double dot as p by rho x minus mu g. Let's do another problem. Any questions here? Go ahead. Yeah. Which line? Second line, third line? Second line, rho x. So rho x is the mass. यहाँ पे आप देखिए क्या है, mass into acceleration. तो ये पर्टिकुलर चेन का मास क्या हुआ? मास पर यूनिट लेंथ है रो, और लेंथ कितना है? x. सो रो x इज द मास इनटू एक्सेलरेशन. तो एक्सेलरेशन क्या होगा? इसका डबल डेरिवेटिव. सो हियर इट इज x डबल डॉट. इन विच डायरेक्शन? I डायरेक्शन. देन दिस वन इज m dot I. At what rate mass enters the system? तो ये जिस रेट में एंटर कर रहा है उसी रेट में ये चेन का लेंथ बढ़ रहा है. तो चेन का लेंथ किस रेट में बढ़ रहा है? rho x dot. And it is equal to the rate at which mass is entering the system. So it is rho x dot. तो ये लिंक चेन का पार्ट बनने से पहले, I mean the pulled part, before it is part of this horizontal part, when it is part of the heap, what is the velocity of the link? 0. And then what is the velocity of the entire chain? That is x dot. Please write down another problem. An open link chain of length L and mass rho. An open link chain of length L and mass rho per unit length. Here I also, you may have understood that the problems which we discuss in class mostly are taken from Merriam-Craig only. So while you are going through the chapter, some of things you might find that it is already solved in the class. Okay. So an open link chain of length L and mass rho per unit length is released from rest. on the incline is released from rest on the incline with x equal to 0. Let me repeat, an open linked chain of length L and mass rho per unit length is released from rest on the incline with x equal to 0. The coefficient of kinetic friction again between the chain and the incline is mu k. The chain piles up in the bucket. The chain piles up in a bucket. This bucket is shown over here at the base of the incline. The chain piles up in a bucket at the base of the incline. Determine the force R as a function of x. In the problem, there is a note which is given. I want you to write it down. So here it is written that the last link in motion at the bottom of the incline has lost contact with the link which immediately preceded it, preceded it. So if you want to take the feel that there is a bucket and you have released the chain and it is coming and it is being collected at the bucket. So you can understand that the force required to stop the bucket, hold the bucket in place, is going to change with x, right? As more and more chains enter the bucket with increase in x, R will also change. So here, first let us choose the fixed volumes. So first with their boundary. So first let me choose this particular boundary. Let me choose my axis. So I have chosen like this. Why? Because it doesn't matter, you can choose I also here, but in that case x is along negative I direction. Depends on you. Now for this particular boundary over here, If you write, let me call this 1. Now for 1, if you write the master equation, please tell me how will you write expand summation f. So this is the change in consideration. What are the forces acting on it? The weight. And how much is this weight? It is rho mass L minus x. Very good. And then you are having contact force. The chain is sliding down the incline, and therefore the kinetic friction will be acting along negative x axis, right? And that is mu k into n, and n is further equal to here. It is better to resolve all the forces along this my chosen axis I and j. So I resolve this rho L minus x. This is the friction force, and I resolve the weight, this as the sine theta component and this as the cos theta. Let us now, can we write summation f? We can write summation. So what is summation f now? We will write it as rho L minus x g sine theta I. Okay. Minus mu rho L minus x g cos theta I. Anything else remaining? Along the x direction, nothing else is. R is not part of this. But yes, you should think, why not R? And then the second question है कि सर तब R है ही नहीं, R तो निकालना है, तो फिर तब क्या करेंगे? Then we किसमें R है? Second वाला लेंगे, तो फिर तब फर्स्ट वाला लेने का क्या जरूरत है? We'll find out. There is, see, it is asked to get R as a function of x. But the chain is having not only x, it is also having x dot and x double dot. So you will need two equations. So first equation I am actually getting from this particular region 1. Okay. And I am writing the forces in the I. Along J I should write ठीक है. Now mass. What is the mass of this chain? Rho into L minus x. What will be the acceleration of this chain? X double dot. Very good. Is the chain mass is coming or mass is leaving? Mass is leaving. So there is no mass which is entering the chain. At what rate is mass leaving? Rho x dot. You can understand like this: the mass of this particular system, contained by this volume, is L minus x. So m dot will be minus rho x dot. The conservation of mass m dot I minus m dot O is m dot. So you will find that from here m dot O is rho x dot. यहाँ से जो गया वही तो बकेट में आया ना, x उधर से गया, x इतना बकेट में आया, right? So m dot O is rho x dot. Then what is the velocity of the outgoing mass? Absolute. So the velocity of the outgoing mass, it comes to the bucket, 0. And what is the velocity of the chain? Is this correct? Again comes the tragedy. For open link chains you have to be careful. जब भी आप open link chain का problem करेंगे, you have to first, this you have written without really thinking whether this deserves to be on the formula, because the leaving mass should exert some impulse. ये जो मास यहाँ लीव कर रहा है, that must give impulse. Like when we lifted the chain, the heap was giving impulse on the lifted part, but that impulse was not transmitted to the heap because of that open link nature. We discussed it in the previous class. In the problem, for your benefit, please read this line: the last link in motion at the bottom of the incline has lost contact with the link immediately preceding it. That means, can you understand that the chain was going like this, then there is some step, and you see a small step like thing? So this chain suddenly fell like this and the contact is lost immediately with the preceding link. तो कांटेक्ट लॉस हो गया, तो ये तो अब इम्पल्स ट्रांसमिट नहीं कर पाएगा. ओके, सो यू हैव टू बी वेरी अटेंटिव. सो दिस पर्टिकुलर स्टेटमेंट टेल्स यू ये पार्ट फॉर्मूला में रहेगा या नहीं रहेगा. नहीं रहेगा. Due to the note which is given here. So, if you want to arrange this equation, equate the I and the J part is 0 here. So, J part is simple. Whatever is the contact force, that is rho G L minus X into cos theta. Therefore, you were able to write the friction force as mu into rho G L minus X G cos theta. So, if you equate the ith components, the note is this part, this sentence. Note का मतलब है ये जो sentence जो मैं यहाँ पे लिखा. What have I written? The last link in motion at the bottom of the incline. This is that leaving link. At the bottom of the incline, this has lost contact with the link which immediately preceded it. Okay. So it is similar to the falling of the chain. फॉलिंग ऑफ द चेन में क्या हुआ, जैसे ही लास्ट लिंक कांटेक्ट में आया, वो जो इमीडिएटली प्रीसीडिंग लिंक है उससे कांटेक्ट छूट गया। यू रिमेंबर दोज ऑफ यू हु वर प्रेजेंट इन दैट क्लास? जैसे ही वो टच करता है, ये क्योंकि ये तो मोशन में है बट इसका मोशन रुक गया, तो ये क्या है, ये जो गैप में ये मूव करना शुरू किया। तो इसमें भी वही है, द मोमेंट दिस रीच दिस स्टेप it became inclined and then this part lost contact, but ये तो incline में है, ये move करना शुरू करेगा, but the preceding link, because it has lost contact with this link with the remaining part of the chain, this will not transmit impulse due to the leaving of mass. Remember, I have told you that these terms are flow forces, impulsive forces due to leaving or addition of mass. मास का एडिशन तो है नहीं, बट जो मास लीव कर रहा है वो इस तरह से लीव कर रहा है कि बाकी चेन के साथ उसका कोई कांटेक्ट नहीं हो रहा। आफ्टर इट, एंड हु टेल्स यू? द प्रॉब्लम इटसेल्फ टेल्स यू। द प्रॉब्लम हैज टोल्ड यू, एक नोट लगा के द प्रॉब्लम हैज टोल्ड यू the last link in motion at the bottom of the incline has immediately lost contact. So it was going, suddenly it encountered a step, it went down and that created a gap. ये gap यहाँ हो रहा है and that's why this will not drag the remaining part of the chain or will not influence the remaining part of the chain. So since it doesn't affect the leaving mass, doesn't affect the remaining part of the chain, इसीलिए इसके वजह से जो impulse है that doesn't feature in the formula. You have to strike it to 0. And this is the tragedy of chain problems. If you blindly use the formula without physically thinking कि ये जो mass addition हो रहा है या जो mass leave कर रहा है, उसके वजह से जो मैंने सीबी बनाया या जो बाउंड्री बनाया उसमें इंपल्स ट्रांसमिट हो रहा है कि नहीं, दैट यू हैव टू ऑलवेज थिंक. एंड वी डिड दैट, वी सॉ सम एग्जांपल्स ऑफ दैट इन द प्रीवियस क्लास, व्हाइल लिफ्टिंग, व्हाइल लोअरिंग. ओके, सो दिस बिकम्स रो एल माइनस एक्स d sin theta minus mu. Let me do away with mu k. From here, if you simplify this equation, what you get, you can cancel rho L minus x from both sides. A quick question. Here it is losing contact with the preceding link, but it is getting collected in the bucket. आपने कभी intuitively, if you think a chain is being collected in the bucket, if you place your hand, कैसा लगेगा? टुक 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 फील होता है. एक बकेट को मैं रखा हूँ जिसमें चेन कलेक्ट हो रहा है धीरे धीरे, तो जैसे जैसे लिंक्स आ रहे हैं मेरा हैंड बता सकता है कि ओके आई एम फीलिंग अ इम्पल्स. तो फिजिकली जो इनकमिंग मास है दैट इज इनकमिंग विद द इम्पल्स. तो बकेट वाला जब बाउंड्री बनाएंगे तो उसमें m डॉट आई फीचर करेगा या नहीं फीचर करेगा. m डॉट आई विल देन फीचर. सो यू ड्रॉ द बाउंड्री टू. Time is almost up. For boundary 2 there will be only two forces, summation f में. समेशन एफ में कौन दो फोर्सेस होंगे? आर, वेरी गुड, एंड
Rho x g.
वेरी गुड, रो एक्स जी। नहीं, मैंने गलत लिख दिया, ये माइनस होगा। दिस इज व्हाट इट शुड। एक्सेलरेशन होगा, बकेट तो जीरो है, मास आउटगोइंग है नहीं, इनकमिंग का इंपल्स है। नाउ व्हाट यू डू, m डॉट i क्या होगा? यू टेल मी, रो x डॉट। So you write, when you write this, you will get minus r rho x g sin theta equal to minus rho x dot uy. What is the velocity of the incoming mass before it enters the bucket? X dot. And what is the velocity of the bucket? 0. तो मेरा r क्या हो गया? रो एक्स जी साइन थीटा प्लस दिस इज इक्वेशन 1, दिस इज इक्वेशन 2। ये x डबल डॉट और ये x डॉट स्क्वायर, व्हाट इज गिवन? डिटरमाइन r एज अ फंक्शन ऑफ x। तो x डॉट को x के टर्म्स में कैसे लिख सकते हैं? इसको इंटीग्रेट करके, राइट? सो x डबल डॉट यू कैन राइट एज integrate and replace x dot square as you substitute 3 into to get your answer. To get r as p rho gx sin theta minus 2 mu rho x g cos theta.